White House Trade Advisor Peter Navarro issued a stark warning on Monday, saying the fate of the United States rests in the U.S. Supreme Court's hand. The Supreme Court is expected to weigh in on President Donald Trump's use of the 1977 Emergency Powers Law to impose sweeping tariffs on most trading partners.
This case is arguably the single most important economic case that has ever come before the Supreme Court. If the lower court's ruling is upheld, President Trump has correctly said that will be the end of the United States, because it will be impossible to defend ourselves from the fentanyl poisoning and all of the trade environment, which is hollowing out our supply chains and creating very dangerous problems for the American people.
A divided U.S. appeals court ruled on Friday that most of Donald Trump's tariffs are illegal, undercutting the Republican president's use of the levies as a key economic policy tool. The court allowed the tariffs to remain in place through October 14 to give the Trump administration a chance to file an appeal with the Supreme Court. The 7-4 decision by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit in Washington, D.C. addressed the legality of what Trump calls reciprocal tariffs imposed as part of his trade war in April, as well as a separate set of tariffs imposed in February against China, Canada, and Mexico aimed at halting imports of fentanyl. Navarro also weighed on India after the U.S. has targeted India for its Russian oil purchases, with President Donald Trump imposing tariffs on Indian exports to the U.S. to discourage the country's crude buying.